tradition of it left. I'm talking about the tradition of using the voice. Everything is against us. Everything's against us. I love film as much as anybody. But that ain't helping anything, because everybody gets the idea that that's the only acting worth anything. And TV also. I love TV, particularly sports, but I watch them, you know. But the point is that there's a whole tradition that Williams comes out of, and the best writers that write today still try to come out of, but not much. We don't have much of it, and you don't see much of it anymore. You don't see actors that grab you vocally as much as you used to. When you do see it, you see people that work all the time. They work all the time because they have that voice. And they work on Broadway all the time. They work, they're constantly being cast. There are a lot of people that are real. There are a lot of people that can do real. A lot of people. Maybe some can do it better than others, of course. Maybe some are more interesting than others, of course. But there are far fewer people that can give you real and also give you the story and the sounds and the music. And those people, they're going to have a shot at pay work in theater. So it's a lost tradition maybe, but there's always some of it. The reason we do the Williams is because it reminds us of that tradition. And that he comes from naturalism, yes, and he was one of the great naturalistic writers, but he gave you something else, which other writers don't give you. And other writers try to emulate that and can't. So if you have that, you know, you can get by in New York, anywhere. You can go for training and avoid doing what we're doing with this. A lot of people don't want to worry about that. They don't have necessarily a feeling for that. They're embarrassed by it. Sometimes they're embarrassed by it. They don't have enough of that training in their own careers. I'm talking about well-known people. They don't have enough of it in their own careers to make too much of it. So they don't. And many of them are teachers. And many of them are good teachers, but they can't give that to you. They can't. They give you lip service. They say you need voice. That's what they say. You got to go to somebody for voice. But by that time you spent all your money, and I would say if some teacher said to me, I would say, give me that. Oh no, I'm not equipped. Go to her. Well, okay, but you got to work at it somehow. You got to have that to do this stuff. And when you do film work, don't you think that applies to the film work? You bet it does. It doesn't mean that when you do film work you wash all that out. The best film actors that I've worked with, John Lithgow, James Earl Jones, they've done a few films. They ain't chopped liver when it comes to doing films, but when they do film, Samuel L. Jackson, comes from that same thing. He's got that. When he does film, you never miss a word that he's saying, and you get a sense of the music of what, and he's very real. You see the latest Tarantino movie, he's giving you speeches. Tarantino's movie, this last movie, is full of monologues, after monologue, after monologue, after monologue, and you need actors that can do that. And that's film, so don't tell me I don't need it for film. Even Pacino is one of the great film actors that gives you language in film. He gives you that sense of it. You can do that. It's not just natural, you know? So, if you don't have it, listen to it. Listen to people that have it. Pick it up. Get, you know, start working. Okay. Ed, quickly, and then I'd like to ask Chuck. Is he here? There he is. Chuck, make some comments on anything about what you saw. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the second time around, I was trying myself even to get, you know, not to, certainly not to concentrate on voice or anything like that, but the reality and the music of the scene, and play with the images and.
You got it, and the humor.
Yes, and the humor.
Got it, you got it, you
And
found it.
I felt that from, you know, from just about everyone going in that direction.
It was great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. The other thing I noticed with you the second time, which was great, a seasoned performer, and as Chuck said, this is my first, you know, this is cold, I'm doing this. It's not even, you know, I said, do it. But a seasoned performer, even when they're not totally off book, stays with it. You could see there was a life going on, even though he didn't know what was the next line, you know? He was working for the next line, he was looking. But the character stayed, in, you know what I mean? It was always there. And that's so important, isn't it? To be able to be in the moment, even when you're searching for what the hell do I say. So that life can continue and build. It's important for the audience that you don't drop it, but it's important for you as the actor also, because if you stay with it, you're gonna come up with something. And when you cut it off, it's coitus interruptus, and then you gotta start all over again. Oh shit, what's my line? Well, now you're out. Now you're out. Now you gotta go back and prepare and get it into it. So you have to stay with
Trying to stay in the world,
Stay in the
and then the moment and
Yeah.
the situation, and I almost felt like, even though I haven't really completed, you know, the memory work on it, but the imagery there was even, you know, you at this stage, you know, it's like the images they're there. They might not be in the order, but I mean, just the sense of the scene, the defending the underdog, this woman who's been so persecuted by this landlady, you know, so I mean, throughout the monologue, he sort of moves in and out, and you know, so.
And when you say the images, it's not enough sometimes for us to just see the images for ourselves. Because some nights I've got a headache or a fever, and I'm out there, people pay $100 to see us, and I don't, you know, and I can't see the images tonight, you know, for whatever reason. I'm not seeing any images that I'm talking about. So I can't just say to the audience, look, I'm not here tonight, here's your money back. So now I gotta do this, I can't quite feel I can't sense the images for whatever reason. But I know how to color the words with my voice that will make them think I see the images. That will make me, if I say the words in a certain way, it looks like I've got a sense of what that image is. Is that cheating? Of course it's cheating. A lot of acting is cheating. So, you know, you're giving them a show. You know what I mean? You're giving them, and some nights you're going to have both. You're going to see the images and the voice is going to go with it, and that's great. But that may only happen once a week. Eric Porter, who did King Lear, I remember I went backstage in '65, and I said how great that was. He said, did you think so? Not really tonight. He said, but I'm glad you liked it because I'm a professional, and I wasn't in it at all, but I gave you something because I know what to do to make you feel I was there and that I was great. He shattered my whole image of what actors were. I said, oh my God, they're phonies. But they're not phonies, they're doing the job. And they're making you think that everything they're doing is real. You know? Anyway, anything, Bob? Ed?
Yeah, I thought all the adjustments were really very good, although Chuck, I have to say, I love the first one too. But that was, in a rehearsal situation, I thought you found really wonderful things in the first time you did it. Then you found another side of it. And in rehearsal, we would find, because I usually it's somebody who, I've never heard the speech done that, quite that profoundly, looking for, oh God, a cosmic reason. And I understood what Tennessee Williams is really talking about, but it was great. And Samantha, I thought it was like your most adult work. I thought, I again, I didn't recognize you. And lately I'm not recognizing you, which is very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice. I noticed that I'm not picking out everybody tonight because we're going to do a lot of work. Yeah? I know, so as an actor, I was going, what about me? What about me? What'd you think of me? I know after Francesco always comes up and says, did you like my Stanley tonight? I said, Francesco. Francesco. Yeah, when I was in high school, I remember thinking, gee, you never said anything about me. And I said to my director, I said, well, you never said a damn thing about me. He said, that's because you were okay. And then I realized, it's only about my ego, yeah. I want him to say something about me, just to say something. But maybe I can. Maybe tonight I can. So I think sometimes we have to understand that. Sometimes we can. But it's good if I don't. That means you're okay. Jack, anything? Okay. And by the way, when a director goes, I got nothing to say, that's also direction. That's sort of saying, well, it's been said, I don't need to say it again, or, whatever. That also is a note when somebody says, I don't need to say anything. Okay. Now we'll put some stuff in rehearsal up there. So could we have